numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
That's a better player, but
Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Jalen Hurts, quarterback.
Foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sand era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad big presto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers.
I know people still play
Big
this.
numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause her like she can count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit her max, she like, girl, you can count on him. Ay, ay, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Blue hunts. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my face. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Not a win. Back to pass.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after him, thinking they're going to run the ball.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Sammy! Hey! Wahoo!
On second down, Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Hey! March 7! Watch 36!
Now Breeze. And Gibbs got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go!
All right. Let's see about that.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It's a give to the right, Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Quick throw taken in by Snead. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson being chased out left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Jackson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jackson now off the bootleg. Now he steps away. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Jackson from the shotgun, dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
21. Hey, exit. 36.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Jackson buying time to his left.
Yo!
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
We go 21. Watch the move. Let's go. Line 36. Line 36. Yeah. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. On.
So here we go on fourth down with Breeze. Looking deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our... And he'll get in! Touchdown, Baltimore! Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's the fullback, Zach Line. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
He's checking. He's 2 field. Line 36. General West. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 3. Watch the 11.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Bravo.
36 to Mike.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, Jackson going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there. And that'll make it 3rd down. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, as time expires in the first half, as the Ravens push further out in front. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
36, live 36. Hey, orbit. Tonight.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Again has it complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now Jackson on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. They'll run on first down. Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On the ground, this is Kamara. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 45 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing again. He uncorks it for Snead. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 59 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
36. Hey, echo.
Breeze now. Looking long for Thomas. They've got his man complete. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Delta. 36. Oh, here we go. Oh, watch 36. 36. On 1. 5.
Now Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18.
6.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is Zach Line, the fullback. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Zach Line, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Check 3. Check Sammy. You kill. Hey, box drop.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. So time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it'll bring up third down. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Jackson, he's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and they're going to have a third down. They toss to Ingram. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. Oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I'm on man right now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
What'd you say?
How many viewers you be getting?
I'm getting like 1, man. And that one be Randy.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
So you be back on Call of Duty?
Yeah, I'm on right now.
I was updating something. It was an extra update I had to do. You better check that.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I got all of mine.
There's some extra joints I had to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got all mine. Mine did everything I want.